Alright guys, welcome back to another project. I'm trying to get done because I have a side job tomorrow. It keeps raining. Our project today is we got new chickens and a dog kennel in the back room. The rooster, he lived in this for the summer. He went back with the other chickens, then he croaked. We got this. It's if you watched a way earlier video, I bought that. It was like $100 on Amazon, and it was supposed to be like a chicken coop. One of the ones you bought at Tractor Supply. It's just not. It was real tiny. The rooster busted through the like it had like a clear, I don't know, like a plexiglass roof sort of. He just busted through it. So anyway, I mounted it on here. There's a door and a platform. So I may have to put a couple bars across for the chickens to be able to jump on and get in. There's a door in the back, so I'll put them in it. Then they can get their way out, and then they should know to get back in. But the front, let's go down here. This camera's waterproof. It's raining a little bit. This started its life. It was built to fit in my truck bed. The tailgate went right to here, and we went and picked the goats up in that. And then turned into a chicken coop. I did have like a crappy door. Like I salvaged the door from the run. Bolted it on the front, but I'm taking this off. We're gonna take this out and we're gonna build a door that fits here where we can get in and out to get the chickens if we have to. Just climbing through there, that's not fun. Luckily, I like to use screws so I can just unscrew that and come right off. As you can hear the thunder. I need to set my table saw up out here. I'm trying to work on the porch. It's a bit messy, but you know, if you live, you know, you get messy. I picked up some pressure treated. I'm probably gonna rip it in half. I can't remember the size of 2x4s now. It's like an odd number. It's like 1 3/4 by 3 3/4, something like that. So we'll rip it in half to make squares. And we'll build a square door. You know, try to put some cross bracing. I grabbed some hinges and a lat. We'll probably take that crossboard off, cut it so it goes all the way down to double up the fronts. And I don't know if I need a door the whole width of it. I mean, I guess it can't hurt. I did get 2 2x4s. So, and I believe it's 4 foot wide, and my truck bed is 6.5 foot, or something like that. So that should be a decent enclosure. It's 10 chickens. They just need to get a bit bigger before we move them into the other chicken house, because the bigger chickens do not want the smaller chickens in there. Oh, and I got a new tripod, which is pretty cool. It's a lot lighter. It just folds up into like a tube like this, but it gets like 80 inches tall. I don't know if it's super stable, but I use a GoPro and it's pretty tough. Let's see, I can pivot it down, you can see the feet. Yep, see, it just got some little feeties. So I figured I'd try it out. You know, the other one's hard to carry around. So I'll get the tools out, and then in between lightning bolts and stuff, we'll get over there, unscrew the screws we can, and pull some of that stuff off the front. All right, I'm trying to collect everything together. It's raining pretty good now. Goats are yelling at me because I went hay, but if you don't know, goats, they hate water. Yeah, it's coming down. So like and comment down below. We need to get a shop, so you guys need to follow more. But table saw, got my table saw out here. This is the problem. See this dust? That's from the chickens. Just 10 of them in the guest room there. So I grabbed this dealie. I liked a little bit longer ones on the subbies. Oh man, everything's been inside, and now it's like 100% humidity out here. But this is odd though. This little end, it looks like it's been cut off. Like here's the Milwaukee ones. They're a lot longer and they taper more. So like, I don't know. Hopefully that's not a problem. That's what I'm about to do. Get a lighter. Some bugs out here. I guess they're hiding under the porch. So I got me some what do you call it? Citronella. I want to get that lit up. I'm still trying to find my tape measure. I got like 10 of them, but I can never find one of them. Oh wait, aha! See, if you get enough tape measures, they'll just be laying around and you'll be able to find one. So okay, I got a tape measure now. As soon as the rain breaks, I need to get out there, out to there. I guess I could do it in the rain, but I don't feel like it. We're gonna leave the bottom piece on, because when I mow the grass, I just push it with 0 turn over that way or this way. Because chickens, they're like scorched earth. They just destroy the ground, and they do not let nothing come up. So you got to kind of manage them a little bit on that. So we'll scoot them around. And I got that one box over there from work. Some metal hubs come in it. It's like an old apple crate, but it's pretty rotten, so I'm just gonna chuck it in the bonfire later and I get rid of it. We tried to put them out there, but they pulled the rotten floorboards up where they could get grass, but then they squeezed under the squeezed under the pallet parts and got out. And then trying to get them, it's just very awkward. So that's why I'm trying to get this going. This may carry into tomorrow, depending how this weather continues. On a side note, man, I don't think I can zoom in on this. I don't know how you would. But my sponge plants, man, they're getting big old sponges. But the flowers go away at night. There's yellow flowers on it in the day, and in nighttime you don't see them, which is pretty neat. So, anyway, I'll wait for the break in the rain. And I'm just kind of winging it as I go. But there's a board across the top and a board across the bottom. I'll make the door fit in, I believe. Something to keep where raccoons can't get in. This is welded wire. They can't chew through that. They can reach in. The chickens are big enough now. When I first put them out, they just went through it. Like they could just squeeze right through, which was kind of annoying. But now they're good size. Raccoons aren't too much of a problem. Man, it's just raining. Another weird side note, out here, there's tons of little trees trying to come up. It's pretty peaceful with the rain, except for the little butthole goat out there yelling. Which doesn't get me, which I don't get it. Like, they have tons of grass out there. Like, it's like this high. And they kind of refuse to eat most of it. They just want hay. A guy at work, he says he's got goats, and he just refuses to feed them until they eat all the grass down, like the chickens, like the grounds. And I don't know, I can't see doing that. You know, a lot of these goats I've actually brought back from dying. Like, they do something stupid, they eat something bad, you know, and I'm out there having to give them vitamins and all that. So, unfortunately, my chairs are back there because my porch is very freaking tiny. And this is my only kind of outside spot. I guess I could have done it in the garage, I don't know, garage area, but I'm keeping an eye on the little doodles. So, we're working on the porch for now. And then another project in the future is this tear the sidewalk, new sidewalk porch. So there'll be about 10 chickens in here right now, and the chicken house is kind of small, but they're only like smaller than a cantaloupe size, so they all should be able to fit in there. There's a main part and then a little side part. I guess it was supposed to be for eggs, but there's a whole good area in there. We'll just have to make sure they can get up into there. So I don't know if I'll have to put series of like wood, like branches across where they can hop up and in, because chickens try to roost as high as possible so they can get at nighttime. If you've seen one of the earlier shorts I have, there's a rooster used to get on the back porch and then get on the roof house of the roof and then get up in the tree. I'll wait for the rain to break and then I'll come back. Unless the storm's just getting here, maybe, I don't know. That was a big old boom. I don't know if you heard that. Not like a super loud, but a deep boom. So I'm just gonna wait for this to break a bit. You know, get out there, clean that front off, get a few measurements. You know, get you in and out. This isn't gonna be a how-to or I don't know, like a time lapse or something. This maybe later on if there's more of you. All right, I'm gonna put that block of wood back on after this comes off. I'm gonna take the middle one out. Well, maybe not. Actually, it's not bad. Because I want the door to shut up underneath this piece and this piece. If I put blocks of wood on, it's gonna push me out and then it'll be not even. Plus this block of wood's got like piles of staples into it. It's weird, sometimes the wood kind of like goes around over that. All right. I saw a freaking spider. I may put it across the top. I might put this across the top this way to strengthen it up a bit. Wait, why does it not go? Oh. To give it a little more rigidity, to not flex since I'm missing the opening area right there. I don't know if that really matters or not, but Better over-engineered than under-engineered, I guess. I think I can use up some of these 1,000 screws I got in my hand. I don't know, this little Diablo bit's not bad. I thought it being kind of stubby, it would not work good, but so far it's doing all right. Forgot I cut myself on my tape measure at work, one of the big long tapes. I was trying to roll around something and measure a big diameter, and I keep tension on it. Kind of slid through my hand a little bit. So it's like a mean paper cut. My battery done? No. Oh, all right, there's some of that, and then I got a little bit left now. Did have a giant pile, so I got a bucket over here I throw stuff in. And we got the anti-bug thing going right there, and I'll go back in, wait for it to calm down a bit. Now we got our opening opened. I gotta pull some of that wire off. Probably gotta trim. There's like a piece of board sticking out that was going over the other board. We'll probably have to lop one end off, because when the hinges try to open, it'll probably hit it. Yeah, I'll just rip 2x4s down. I'll do the two measurements. I only need to cut one of each board, rip them in half, and then I guess maybe like a diagonal. Kind of keep the door. If you build a door, kind of want to. So like if I build like a diagonal piece and then maybe like a half piece or something like that, just an X, something like that to keep it from warping. But yeah, we can use this as depending if I get a bunch of roosters or not. You never know when you hatch eggs. So if we have a bunch of roosters, throw them in here for a little bit, and I got a Mexican guy who buys them and butchers them. So I'll wait till it's done raining. All right, guys, we got batteries charged. The rain has stopped again. You know, it's stopped about 20 times today, but slight bit of sun, which kind of sucks because that's going to be super humid. Yeah, I think I've used this thing like 2 or 3 times since I bought it. I tried to buy tools when I can, back when they were cheaper, because man, they're just getting more money. More money. So anyway, I need to get my hammer and knock off. We can come down here now. All right, I need to get a hammer. I need to pull them fence staples out, get that piece of wire off of there. I'll put this on here to try to make it stouter. Collapse this on down. See, there's the opening. It used to be a ramp to get one up into it. That ramp's super short, so I just screwed a board, put it on there so the rooster would jump onto it and go in, because it was, you know, he couldn't jump into the hole. And then that hole was, I think, smaller and had a slidey door, so I cut it bigger. Actually, let me walk around. Yeah, humidity's starting to kick in. Oh, it had a slidey door. Ooh. I had a slidey door here. That's where it was. The door was here and the yard was here. I cut that door on the other side. Got a little opening. Yeah, see there. We'll clean it out after a little bit, but yeah, it looks like he used to bed down right there. And I used to have a tray right here to pull out to clean it. And that little thing lifts up to get eggs. Would not recommend this thing, really. I mean, look at this. It's disintegrating. Just getting a little wet. Which that's weird, because that's a piece of plywood. This is supposed to be cedar. But I mean, super thin. And then this crappy roofing, which I did put some sealant on the screws because they had you screw it in. It's not worth your money. The amount of, I mean, unless you just really can't build nothing. You know, it's kind of pain in the ass put together. There's a billion parts, I think. I can't remember now. You have to go watch the video. But if you just can't build anything, I guess it's worth it. But if you can build and whatnot, just take the money that it would cost and you could build something bigger. If I watch me talk to myself. Yeah, I got my little road there. So I think there's one person that lives up the road somewhere. 2? Maybe 2. I think one died, so maybe 1. Anyway, I'll get the hammer, I'll knock that off, clean it up a little bit better, and then measure my width. I'll probably just give it a little bit on each end, just because wood swells up, but this wood's probably wet, so it'll probably dry out maybe. So we'll give it a little tiny bit. Oh, I was like, I smell fire. I forgot. I got my little bug candle going. Can you see that? There you go, little bug candle going. Got the glass jar there. I don't know. Probably just a sucker. And then I also buy I have a big thing of it. Which maybe it works. I guess it works. You know, I live down here in Alabama, and when I moved down here, everybody's like, the bugs are terrible. But man, when I lived in West Virginia or Virginia, New Jersey, like the gnats would just be all over you. But down here, it's like, you know, there's no gnats around my head, poking me in my eyeballs and stuff. To me, it's not that many bugs. There's a lot of ants. I got lots of fire ants, but I wish chickens would eat them, because man, my chickens would be fat. Oh well, let me get working. All right, we're gonna go about 40 and a half. It's like, it's roughly within a 16th to 32nd of 40 and 3/4, but like I said, wood swells and all that. And then, I mean, I guess I technically could put the hinges right on the inside here, and then it can close. It could come all the way over and close, or close somewhere in here, or even, yeah. And then I could put a piece of block or something where I have a gate latch where it'll click. It's like a bar and a little latch thing. So I could probably put the little latch thing on this. Anyway, so how wide do we want to go? Because we can actually go right up against that, because the hinge will be there. So we could do like 42. Actually, if we did 43, we'll be all the way to the edge, and the width of it would be right here. So, which the hinge could bang it over a tiny bit. So we'll do 43. So I got my one measurement for the top already. I wrote it down because I'll forget. I forgot what that one was already. I think 43. Let me write that down. I'll write a 43 down. 43 inch. Oh, these are pretty handy too. On Milwaukee markers. Fairly cheap. Writes on a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to cut two of them, or not two of them. I only need to cut one, so we're going to rip it. So one will give us two. So one at 43 and one at 40 and a half. How's it wider than it's taller? I thought it'd be taller than it's wider. Oh well, let me double check that, because brain is not braining right apparently. And from there to there, 43. Which I guess if I measure always from the very bottom to the very top is 4 foot. But I'm coming from here down to, so yeah, I'm knocking off like 3.5, 6, 7. I'm knocking off 7 inches, so yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Never mind. I was just being a dodo. I'll cut wood and then we'll take it out. I'm not sure how. I was gonna get the Craig jig thing out, but we're not building cabinets. We're just building a door for a chicken coop. I guess eventually that'll rot down. Hopefully not soon, but I mean, the welded wire is actually rusting faster than the wood is rotting. It's pretty odd because it's supposed to be like a galvanized, but it's just a coating, and welded wire is garbage. Welded wire is pretty garbage, honestly. Trying to figure out how to cut this. I think it's heavy. I think it's wet. But yeah, I'll show you. Here's the bottom. Was touching the ground. It's pretty like, I mean, it's rusted, but it's just not, it's not good for animals. They'll rub on this stuff. This stuff will, they'll just tear it up. It's just not even, trying to get that out of my way because I want to go throw it in the trash can and I forgot to, all the way down the road. Do not recommend for animals, especially sheep, goats, anything like that. Get sheep and goat fence. It's a smaller, square, heavy, well, not smaller than the welded wire, it's smaller, but it's a heavier duty. It's like 12.5 gauge. It's like 3 or 4 times as thick as that. Super strong. The only downside is you gotta buy like a 300 some foot roll. For some reason this saw doesn't like these 5.0 batteries. It's just my E60. But yeah, I bought this. This is a shield that goes on here, because being left-handed, when you cut it in your face. Plus it's also nice just to keep that anyway from shooting way out the side. But yeah, you can get them on Etsy. There's a little 3D print, or you can 3D print it if you have a 3D printer. I did not at the time, so I bought it off Etsy for a few dollars a long time ago. But now I do have a 3D printer. So that's our 43. Yeah, see, look at that. I only needed one board. I always get extra, if I have a few dollars, I'll just get extra 2x4s, because just like last time I had a few 2x4s laying around, and then like I had to quarantine a goat in a little pen. So I made a bunch of slats with the 2x4s laying around and a little fence on the front. It helps just having extra stuff laying around. Oh, science. I may not cut through my sawhorse. Me and saws. Anyway, so what did we come up with? Yeah. Oh, okay, those lock up. That's handy. I probably should take the battery out, but it has like a, I don't know if you can see it, but it has like a little gut. I don't know, like, you know, they fire the missiles in the movies, has a little button thing. So, beep, beep, beep. I say, how's that magnetic? But it's getting sidetracked. I'll get that measured, cut, and I'll check you in a bit. Has like a brake on it. It like stopped pretty quick. So There we go. And my camera is, it's not liking this heat. GoPros, man, they're just, yeah, I mean, you try to run high quality, so it's just gonna get hot. But for some reason, it's like on an angle. Like it's like recording sideways. So let me turn this off, turn it back on. There you are. It's back to where it's supposed to be. I'm just gonna kind of roughly lay it down. Then I'll have to go find. I got some hardware cloth, like a black hardware cloth that's a 1/4 inch, I believe. All right, this is the width. I didn't think about that part. So, as you can probably see my conundrum, I didn't account for, I'm gonna have to knock off the thickness of the 2x4. Like if I put it across the top like this, watch. If I put it across the top, you know, and then, you know, the other one goes across the bottom, I'm making it this much taller on the top and the bottom. So then it's not gonna fit height-wise. But then if I do this, it won't fit width-wise. So yeah, I always do that. Luckily it's too long is the problem, and I didn't cut it too short. A lot of times that is my problem. I cut it too dang short. And that's the door. And then you know, I'll flex, I'll trim. So then we gotta figure out, do we just come straight across with one? We'll probably come straight across with one, and then like just a half a piece, or we could do an X. I don't know. I'll probably just cut one a little bit longer, lay it in there, and then mark it, and then cut it, because I'm not one to figure out angles like that. So, oh, and it's spectoring. But yeah. And then the camera's like, hey, I'm hot, so. Let me go throw the camera on the charger bit. I'll mess with this. I'll probably just sit down a little bit, wait for the rain to stop. All right, guys. Camera was smoking hot and all that, so I'll let it cool down and whatnot. I found some brackets, though. I got some of these, like, brackets from the chicken house build a while back, so I may use them on this. All right, let's see if we can get you a view. I want to check something out. I was kind of wondering if I could use this. That does not do what I want to do. Never mind. For some reason, I was thinking I could, oh wait, on the outside? Oh yeah, I could pop them on the outside. So it'll grab this one and that one. I just run a couple, you know, I should probably just move it down to the middle where I could run like 2 screws or so. And then like 2 screws, or could do something like that, or even like, maybe like that. Can I do it? I think these are, crap, what are these? Rafter ties or something, I can't remember. But yeah, it'll probably work like that. Problem is, I don't know if I have screws short enough. Because I always just buy big ass buckets of 3-inch screws, because that's like the most common. I'm probably going to use. These go all the way through. These might not go all the way through. I think these are for, was that the Hardy board, or, oh, it fits my screw. I wonder if it'll work on this. Alright, did work on that. So, yeah, I'll try these out. Probably not the best placement I put that in, but well, it's not sticking out. This should help out a little bit, I would imagine. Flexing enough, hopefully. There we go. Alright, so I'll probably do those in the corners. And I did trim a little bit off. I don't know. I wonder if I should put another one down the center. Just because that's a big open area to run, I'm having a brain fog. A big open area to run the wire, like sag in and whatnot. So if I just bring a board or 2, you know, if I cut one, I'm just going to rip it. So it'll be 2. I could just run 2 straight up and just kind of space them whichever way. And that will help stiffen it up too. And then I can run my hardware cloth over it, which I have. Got some 1/2-inch staples here. T50s in my staple gun. It's pretty handy. It's better than the old chink link. And this thing, it's on 2 bars, but this little tiny battery, it's been in there forever. Like, I put like 1,000,000 staples in with it, so I'll do that. It's getting dark. It's still kind of raining on and off. Oof, left my saw at the edge of the porch. But yeah, we got it cleaned up. I'll get these metal brackets on, and then I guess I'll cut me another piece of that. I think I got 2 2x4s. I'll cut a piece of that, rip it in half, stick it in here. We'll put the metal mesh on, hardware cloth, and then we'll hang it up and see what we can do. Don't know if I'm gonna get the chickens out tonight. Probably not tonight. It's almost nighttime, and everything's all wet. So probably in the morning time we'll bring them out. We'll put them in the chicken house, and then they'll find their way out and down, and then they'll be able to play in the grass, and then hopefully, you know, find their way back up. And I got another chicken waterer we'll put in there. Then they can start getting some of this fresh grass, and I can move them out up over that way a little bit. I don't want them in the front yard. Let me get on this, and then we'll go back to when I get the hinges and whatnot. But there's something that's going to screw it on the outside. It's easier to hang that way. I'll just put a little tiny shim on this bottom board, slap it up there, and then put the screws in, and then put the latch. All right, guys, it's only been about 3 minutes. I don't know if you can hear it, but it should be raining again. All right, I put these on here. They're not going to help with rigidity, I don't think. Well, I guess if I had big enough area where I could screw, like, what was that, 4 or 5, 6 screws in, and same thing there, maybe more. Might make it more rigid. I mean, it's going to help it. And then when I throw these 2 in, I just cut the board now, and then I'm going to rip it. Then I'll put it in here. Oh, a little goatee running. She's like, nah, it's water. Yeah, water's lava to them. They don't. And now that I see them leaping and bounding, and I got to cut that grass down a bit. I hate to cut their grass, you know, but they're having to walk through this wet stuff's probably not good for them. So I got to cut that down. Ooh, trickery. Oh, I saw a lightning flash, I think. I do got a piece of plastic I roll out sometimes. Like when it rains like this for a long time, sometimes I used to stretch the plastic all the way across that. Oh, this also was a goat house at one time too. Like I've repurposed this thing a lot. Like I originally built it, it fits in my truck bed, you know, and that board where the tailgate shut, it was in there. The goat, when I picked up my goats. Then I didn't have these goat houses, so I just wrapped this in plastic, and they lived in that for a little bit. And then they like to, you know, tear up the plastic. So then I built them a tall house. It had a front wall, but then it was very hard to clean out. So then I opened it up. Wintertime, I do close it up a little bit. And then I built them the other house, which then I have to build them another one up at the far field, because I'm in the middle getting it fenced. I'm sorry I didn't do a lot of fencing videos. One is so hot, the GoPro, which they don't want to do but a tiny bit. And I was just trying to get some fence up. I was just digging post holes, slamming iron, and running wire. I still gotta do the fence clips. That's the worst part, just sitting there and tediously tying, because a lot of people will put the fence clip and just turn it and then turn it. I like to wrap it and make sure it's all wrapped good. Goats, they rub their head on it, and I just want to stay on. But let me get this ripped down, I'll get this put on, and then when I can get over, I'll get the wire, and we'll get it cut. All right, this is what she's gonna look like. I did not make it to get the wire because, oh yeah, this is to keep the cat out of the birdhouse. The butthole cat tries to get my birds. But yeah, I mean, I guess I could be like the YouTubers and be like, oh no, I gotta go out in the water and then like be all wet and try to put the door, but it's not worth it. It's fine. So this is probably a lot stronger now. Let's see. Oh yeah, I can push down on an angle and it's pretty good. It's pretty fine. It's also kind of heavy, but this will be the inside. I'll just do this on the outside. I'm gonna run the wire on the outside, so when animals try to put, like the chickens can't push hard. So the wire's gonna go on the outside, so animals push on it, it's fine. And look how heavy I don't know if you can see out there, but you can see the water is blasting in that puddle. Some big old drops. But I'm not gonna complain about rain. It's good. We're not flooded. We're on top of the mountain, so. Telemarketers. All right, when the rain stops, we'll go get the wire. All right, sun's out again-ish. Hope that's a little buddy over yelling at me. I'll have to feed him after I know it's gonna stop raining. You don't want him to eat moldy hay. All right, so I went and grabbed this other wire. It's like I don't know, so maybe 3/4 squares. And then I got my hinges and all that good stuff. To cut that, I just use these big old chompy chompersons. And it's been lying around, so oh my god. Goats. They sound like they're getting murdered over there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to like trim off this one edge to get a clean edge on it. I'm gonna take these, I'm gonna chop this wire, a clean edge, put it on here, I'm gonna staple it down. Goats are being pretty needy right now, you hear them screaming. I just need to wait till it stops raining all the way, and then I'll throw hay in their feeder for them. And I got tons of grass, so they're just being picky. The wire's not the perfect wire. I got a freaking big old dent in it, but this is gonna get dented anyway. If you know animals, we'll butt heads over there. They got piles of grass they're standing in, they're crying for hay. Well, let's see what she looks like. Sorry, it's probably gonna be a little foggy. Tis hot. Ooh. Okay, so I can go over that way more. Well, I imagine this is oh, that's one. It fits pretty good. This thing's a little you know, it's just farm built, so it ain't gonna be super dupers. But that's in line with that basically. So maybe I'll mount the hitch part here and the holder part, the bar here, so it just clicks in. And put the hinges on. So I'll bring it down a little bit. So there's a bit of a gap. Not as much as gap as I thought. I left more, but them screws stick up on both sides because they're not flat. So I'll probably just put the hinges onto here and then right into there. Or I probably want to come over just a tiny bit. Maybe. Let's see what kind of hinges we got. I'm not going to use the screws that come with it. I'll show you. The hinges are fairly heavy. They're heavy duty hinges, but look at these little tiny, look at these screws. Itty bitty screws is crazy. Like, it doesn't make no sense on that. Jesus. They package you where you can't even get into it. I'll probably put them just like yonder, because then I can open all the way up to that point. So I guess I could do this. Problem is, you do it this way, the normal way you're supposed to do it, you're gonna have to notch out and then notch out, because this part will sit on the inside. But if I flip it around, I'll be able to open straight up, not all the way, but I won't run into that problem of having to notch it, and then that would just be more of a pain. So I'm just gonna use same gray screws. Just gonna fold the hinges in. Goats are funny, you hear them sneeze all the time. I know I'm gonna use the 3-inch ones, but they're gonna be way too long because this is just half a 2x4 ripped down. So I'm gonna put those on there. The way I do this for easiness is I put the hinge flat all the way across the back and then just boom, boom, boom. And you know it's at least gonna be semi-even. Ain't gonna be perfect, but I'm not building anything super duper right now. It's just a chicken holding station just for right now, so that they don't get eaten by the bigger chicken. And I'll come sort of up towards the top, down from the top a little bit. And I was gonna put a little piece on the bottom, like a shim to hold this up a bit, but now I'm not because I made it fit too tight. So I'm probably just gonna slide it in, put it on, and then just put like one screw in each thing, and then see if it opens up in case it doesn't open up, and then we'll have to go from there. Still need this to come up a tiny bit, honestly. Oh yeah, I can. Ow. See, I can lift that up. It's hard to hold it one-handed. All right, does it kind of open? Yes. Okay. And there it is, the door on the cage. I'll put the rest of the screws in, and then I got I need to build new stairs too. And we got one of these gate latch, and I'm just gonna slap that on over there. It's getting dark, so I need to get it done, and I hear the wife getting upset at the dog, so I'll go see what's up. But yeah, now I'm gonna open up and actually get inside if I have to, instead of before where it was that one bar across there where you'd have to like duck. I guess I wanted to make it even stronger. I could have put pieces across, but I'm just, it's already getting heavy, so ain't got no time for that. So I'll catch you guys later. This 1000% humidity goes away eventually, and I think the next project I want to do, like decent construction project, is going to be
pour a little concrete, we're gonna build a pool house. Not just a house that'll have the pool pump and stuff, and then maybe two freezers where I can store garden stuff from next year. Like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.